So in part A of solubility, you will determine 3 different compounds in 3 different solutions, whether they are soluble or partially soluble or insoluble. We have benzophenone, malonic acid, and biphenyl. Using 3 solutions: water, methanol, and hexane. This is a balance machine, and we're going to weigh out 40 milligrams of benzophenone and add it into 4 dry clean test tubes. In each test tube, we have 40 milligrams of benzophenone. So in the first test tube, I will add 1 ml of water and stir with micro spatula for 60 seconds. After 60 seconds of stirring, you will compare the first test tube with the 4th test tube, which is control. And write down the observation: soluble, insoluble, or partially soluble. To be partially soluble, it has to dissolve at least 50% of the amount. To test tube number 2, I've added methanol and stir for 60 seconds. Write down the observation. Compare with test tube number 4 again, which is the control. So the control have the solid, and test tube number 2 is clear solution. This is test tube number 3. I've added 1 ml of hexane into benzophenone. Write down the observation. Compare with test tube number 4, which is control, just solid benzophenone, and determine if benzophenone is soluble, insoluble, or partially soluble. Moving on to malonic acid. First test tube, malonic acid plus water. Clear solution. Write down the observation and compare with number 4. Control, malonic acid. Then you can see the bottom of the test tube. Test tube number 2, malonic acid plus methanol, and stir for 1 minute. You see the solid, the control, the solution. Test tube number 3 is hexane. Compare with control. You see the solid at the bottom of hexane. Next, we have biphenyl in 1 ml of water. After mixing for 60 seconds, this is what you have. Write down the observation and compare with the control. Test tube number 2 is with methanol and biphenyl. Compare with control. You will see a little bit of biphenyl at the bottom, but less than the control. Number 3, hexane mixed with biphenyl. After 1 minute, you get this. So write down the observation. So in part B, solubility, we will analyze 3 different alcohols in 2 solvents, water and hexane. We have octanol, butanol, and methanol. First test tube, we have 1 ml of water. Then add a few drops of methanol. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to shake it. And write down the observation. I'm going to add more. Has to be 20 drops, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So a little more than 20 drops. So we're adding more methanol in water. Shake it and write down the observation. Test tube number 2, we have hexane as a solvent. First, we add methanol, a few drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And shake it. I'm going to add some more. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Shake it. See if you see a line. Maybe with the darker black background. Take down the observation. So methanol with hexane. So moving on to butanol. First test tube, water, a few drops of butanol. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shake it. Add more butanol. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And shake it. Write down the observation. See the line? Okay. Second test tube with 1 ml of hexane and a few drops of 1-butanol. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shake it. Some more. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Shake it. Last one. First test tube with water, 1 ml of water, and a few drops of octanol. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shake, shake, shake. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 20 drops of octanol. Shake, shake, shake. Take down the observation. Hexane, 1 ml of hexane in second test tube, and a few drops of octanol. Shake. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. With 20 drops of octanol and hexane. Shake, shake, shake. Write down the observation. So in part D, we will determine the organic acids and bases solubility in 3 different solutions: water, sodium hydroxide 1 molar, and 1 molar of hydrochloric acid. The first thing we will do is with benzoic acid. I placed 30 milligrams of benzoic acid in each test tube. So first test tube, I add 1 ml of water, stir for 20-30 seconds. And note down the observation. To second test tube, I add 1 ml of sodium hydroxide. Stir for 30, 10, 20, 30 seconds. You see some solid at the bottom. To the third test tube, I add 1 molar of hydrochloric acid. And stir for 20 seconds. Note down the observation. So this is the second test tube. Benzoic acid with 1 molar sodium hydroxide. So taking the second test tube, I will then add a few drops of 6 molar hydrochloric acid. Take down the observation. Ooh, and it's a little bit warm. And we'll test the pH of the solution. Take one dip with the stirring rod and put it on a litmus test paper. Take down the observation. Acidic. So again, determine whether soluble or insoluble after adding 6 molar hydrochloric acid to test tube number 2. Next, we have ethyl 4 amino benzoate. So in each test tube, we have 30 milligrams of solid. To the first test tube, I add 1 ml of water and stir for 20-30 seconds. Take down the observation. To the second test tube, I will add 1 molar of sodium hydroxide. Here it is. One molar of sodium hydroxide. And stir. So to the third test tube, we need 1 molar of hydrochloric acid. One ml of 1 molar hydrochloric acid and stir. Clear solution, yeah? Okay. To this test tube, Number 3, we will add 6 molar of sodium hydroxide, just a few drops. Let's see what happens. Take down the observation. Again, we will test the pH of the solution using the litmus paper. I forgot to mention, so if you see, this is a litmus paper. If you see red, that means it's strongly acidic. If it's weak alkaline or basic, it will be bluish. Okay. Take a dip. Yeah, take down the observation, acid or basic.